Oh, Mark's fly, right. Hey, fine. How many flies? Let's go.
As you'll see, these young ones over here, this young Papillon has got the thin trunk. So this one over here, thin trunk. That's what down towards our place, our country. You've got a place down there called Wannerup. Now, Wanang is the tree, and from the Wanna, the Yorga is the women. This is what you'd make digging sticks from. So, and that's because our people used to harvest the honey from the nest, but not take the entire lot. So by not taking all of the honey out of the tree, the bee doesn't have to make a defense for itself and make a sting to sting you, to let you know that you shouldn't be taking all of it.
So what do you use that for?
Clean yourself up.
Push that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so,
Probably the best cleanser, isn't it?
so it's really, really good for that. Clean you up.
Oh, it doesn't really have much of a smell.
Yeah, it doesn't really have too much of a smell. Also, this one here though, what you can use it for is you can actually mix some of this up, mix it right up as well, and you can mix a bit of tea tree in with it. And when you come to like the rivers and they're starting to slow down, you can use heaps of this soap, put it into the water. What it does is it makes the fish get stunned and tranquilized, and so all the fish will float to the top. You can pick out the fish that you want and then leave the other ones, and after about 10 minutes or so they'll come back into consciousness and swim away. Puddle and put a little bit in there, and you can get all that soap stuff into it, and when he goes and he drinks it, he starts to get all dopey as well, and then you can actually hunt the kangaroo as well. Yeah, well, like, yeah, basically, and it's, yeah, making them, basically.
Gotta find it.
Just basically, this here is already made up. Okay. This is already pre-done rope. This is just rope for when you want to try stuff up. Mainly when you want to try your mai mai. So when you're building your traditional mai mai, you want to like tie up the sticks and tie it to the frames together. And this is your natural bush vine or your rope. Do is a process of actually making the rope, which is just say if this is 2 reeds that I split up, I give you to hold one end. What we do is you twist one way and I'll twist the opposite direction. And what this does is it strengthens up the rope or the vine. Now once it gets this tightness like this, you pass this bit over top over here, and then by letting it go, this is the way that the rope wants to twist naturally. It'll grow over top and they'll start to strangle and pull apart the other plants. So what we're doing is, as Nyungar people, as Aboriginal people, as we pull off leaves and branches and stuff like this and pull off and do this, this is actually farming. So this is how our people would farm our land. Unlike the conventional farming, you see a paddock with sheep, that's English ways of farming. This is our farming, of farming our natural bush foods, bush tuckers and medicines. If you ate that, you'd get the same amount of vitamin C that you would for an entire kilo of oranges.
Wow.
So you'd have to eat a whole kilo of oranges to get the same amount what you do eating one of them.
And where does that come?
Yeah, that's it. And then this one's, you put on your other cherry that's more tangy, like,
You put sugar in it to make it sweet.
Yeah. Coconut.
Yeah, die, miss.
It is actually a young coconut.
It's like a young coconut.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky I'm going to tell you.
Have a try, guys. They're actually quite nice.
Just the ones with the flowers. Ones with the flowers, they'll come straight out.
Ones with the flowers, right?
Otherwise you're going to be cutting your hands open.
That's not bad.
We're a throwaway society. And everything comes from the bush, so it can go back to the bush. That's what happens like a lot nowadays is say like that when they go up into the communities up north they do and they say, oh, it's dirty. Well, that's because our people have always been a throwaway society. We always pick from the bush and we grab everything, so we're used to just throwing everything back on the ground and it being 100% recyclable, sustainable and coming from nature. So it's really hard to get a practice that your people have been doing for thousands and thousands of generations, endless, to get that sort of out of you, because everything comes from that people. What you're actually doing too is by grabbing this off, the moment that you chuck that away, that's all the seed bank. So that's next year's reeds coming up. So you're doing just like when you do back in the old days, back then too, you're actually seeding. Just like what farmers used to do back in the old days, seed their paddocks before the machinery was there, picking up the food. This comes off the wattle, and this is called guanagum. So this is for whenever you got like upset stomachs and stuff like that. So yeah, basically this gum, you just got to be careful. It comes out the side of the tree. Yep. So this will block you up.
Any girls got diarrhea?
Yep.
Let's have some.
So if you got an upset stomach and your stomach you've got diarrhea, you eat some guanagum, just like this one, it'll block you up.